Finally. I think I might have cracked it. Now, I haven't touched it. We could still fall flat on our faces. Well, from the edge that it gave us, yes, it did look like a penny. But when we have a proper look at it, it's one hell of a milled edge, isn't it? Bother.
Yeah.
G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid. Today we're out, oh geez, that's a bit bright. We're out doing some prospecting, but it is in an old, 1950s, 60s, 70s dump site. And of course, in their infinite wisdom, they've put all their rubbish where there was gold. So we should be in with a chance if we happen to run over it to find gold. But of course, we'll find all the trappings of the things that people have thrown out that they don't want anymore, or that they've accidentally thrown out. Who knows what we will find? But it will be a good time out nonetheless. Lots of trash. No one will come in here in their right mind. So that suits us quite well. What else can I tell you? On the outskirts of a central Victorian gold town, a place I've played at before, but realistically, we have acres of ground to cover, so there'll be multiple filmings of around here, I dare say, prospecting and seeing what other things happen to come up in the mix. Probably some pre-decimals with any luck. But anyway, if I find a good sheltered spot. Enough yabba from me. Let's get the gear, let's get out there and see what we can pull out of the ground. Oh, here's our first target. Came in at 48. And it's that. And it's a bit of brass work. It's got multiple holes, it's got a frilly edge. It's got a triangulated tail. Don't know what it is. Interesting piece of somethingness. But yeah, as I said, we were sort of hunting for the gold. This one sort of came up. There's lots of, as I said, rubbish around here from the 50s and 60s, so who knows what that is. But anyway, we'll keep going. Well, hey, you gotta laugh at this. You know, you're swinging around. You know, down there's a bottle top, another bottle top. Love that. It's a tube, you know. That's an interesting one. Lee climber, what have we got? What have we got down here? Ho 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 ho! We know what that is. We know what that is, my lippy queen. We'd have to try and... Oh, it's in the shade. Here we go. Oops, we've lost it. There we go. I take it that's going to be a max factor. Another lippy tube. So, yeah, 50s, 60s, somewhere around that. Yep. I wonder what colour it will be. And sort of just to prove the point, down here I got a really nice, it was a 60, it was in the 70s. And we got that. But look at how it is. I remember these from the 70s. The old Colgate toothpaste. Woohoo, you could get white teeth with them. So yeah, I remember these tubes from the 70s. So I reckon we should be able to, if we don't ping a nugget, we should ping a coin, I tell you what. Anyway, we need to get going. See if we can find something a bit better. Well, it's a bit of a bugger, but from up there in that little bit of scratching, I got a 5-6 signal. And that's what we got. But unfortunately, let's do it that way. It is just a piece of lead. But someone else has already scratched there, and that's what they've missed. So the old Manticore's not doing too bad to pick up a piece like that. All we need to do now is just change the colour. And this is what can make it very difficult detecting in these areas. But look at that. There's no clock for us. Maybe from the 50s or 60s. Good bit of clock coggery there. Hey, Marcus? Yeah. That's had better days. Let's see if we can have some better days. Just out of that nice little scraping. Yes, it is another piece of lead, but, you know, the Manticore's finding stuff that small in good mullock heaps. Actually, if we probably did that, that would be better. So yeah, but, you know, there's a lot of trash. If one of the gold detectors had been over here, it should have found that. Anyway, that'll be the last bit of lead I'll show you. Well, there is a couple of things I wouldn't mind talking to you about. One is there's going to be a couple of minor changes to the channel due to sort of circumstances surrounding us. So, you know, if you know, you know. And they're only going to be minor things, just, you know, where we're hunting, how I take my photos. We're going to try something different. So potentially we may be semi to fully retiring the blue velvet, but that won't make that much of a difference to the channel. And I think that's about all I'm going to say on that part. But a hint for you. Now, I've started out here, it's a rubbishy area, it's a gold miney area, we are still prospecting. When your mind's fresh, go out in the hardest settings. That's my advice to you, because you're all keen, you're really chipper, and you can handle stuff for a long while. And when it starts to drain on you, and you go, oh geez, I'm really getting sick of this, change your settings. There's nothing wrong with that. If you then come back to this area, or what area you're working in, and you're all keen again, start off in the hardest settings again. So, I've started off in gold, we found some shoddy pellets, I've been playing in a bit of SIDS settings, including wide open with the horseshoe on, so I'm getting everything. Now I'm just starting to get a little bit over that. So I'm going to hop into my trash settings, but have no fear, those big nuggets will not hide from us, because in my trash settings, I'm 33 and down I have got rid of. So we're talking half sovereigns and above. And so any gold of that size, which, you know, it isn't sitting that far under the ground, that's going to be ours. But anyway, I won't find them if I keep yabbering on here. So, for the rest of the video, we will most likely be playing in trash settings. We will find our big gold. We could find our silver pre-decimal coins. But anyway, we had better get back out into this 1950s, 60s, 70s, probably 80s dump site and see what we can find. And we got this signal that broke the silence. Ooh, what's that? Well, that's what's down there. I have cleaned it up. There we go. You all see that? Lone Star. That's a cap pistol. Yep. Never mind finding stuff like that. The old toy cap guns. Just have a lot of fun with them. Alright, we'll keep moving on. Now here's one I spotted just because I was watching where my coil was going. So, see that? No noise. We can do this press the horseshoe button. Boop, 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 boop. But if we have a look down there, this is what we missed out on. Now, I will say right now, I am glad I spotted it. This is steel. It's going rusty too, but there we have it. The little 5-pointed star on there, whether it was the likes of a sheriff's badge or not, I don't know. It's interesting that the tongue, very rusty, is still on there and in that spot. It's an interesting spot to have a tongue. So anyway, but there we are. There is a steel and it's cast buckle. Very interesting. Ho, 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 ho. There we go. Half sovereign numbers. But just make sure that you can tell the difference between a half sovereign and the element out of a kettle. Hard to pick, but you got to watch out for it. Well, out in the bush you do see quite a few sites. You know, I'm in amongst a whole lot of diggings here and so forth, but there's still, you know, there's all our concrete being dumped and old brick and everything like that. But then it's all in alongside the old stuff from the old timers. That's the bottom of a torpedo bottle. Always wanted to find one of these, but look at the greenness of that. That's a ripper. Oh. Anyway, I'll put that back down there where it was. I'll keep moving on. Oh, coming in as a 53. Solid as you like. In amongst all the glass and tin foil and aluminium foil. You can still tell me age when it's tin foil, can't you? Anyway, in amongst all there we got that. A boot scrape revealed it. There we are. Projectile. You wouldn't want that nasty little bugger going through you. Seems to be a hollow tip. So yeah, that's going to make a mess. Anyway, we'll keep going. Oof, 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 oof. Look at all that. Oh yeah. So, trash settings. Just take life slow. We're really looking for the high stuff. Fear it not. You get used to some of the signals that you hear. If you get too close to the steel, you know, it gives that sort of signal. But you can just mooching around through it all, especially around the edges of it. We're not going to feel any pain through here. There you go. Yeah, you just traipse through a hole. Pardon the sun glare on the screen. But yeah, we've just mooched gently through that massive pile of tin. We didn't come out with anything, There was nothing really screamed at us, but it didn't scream over the whole lot. Yep, if you got yourself good settings and solid fortitude, yeah, you can go through a spot like this and have some good fun. What's a good deep signal that'll get you excited nearly every time? Yep. You guessed it. Harmonica reed. Bother. Well, I got a really good 66 signal. And there we are. Now, someone will correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Schrader valve stem nut or something. I take it screws on. We can see a thread in there, everything like that. And if I, when it stops rolling off my leg, do that and go down there, we can actually see SCH RADER Schrader, made in USA. So there you go. And it's even got some chrome edge on it. That wasn't a bad find. It was just under the leaf litter. So that's all right. We'll keep going, see what else we can find. Lots of signals here in the leaf litter. We can see some old plate down there. Spring off a... Actually, if we do that, there we go. Spring probably off a bonnet of a car. And also, down in the kickings, there we go. Horse buckle. Maybe old, probably not that old. They always give a good thumping signal anyway. I've hit the interesting spot now of shallow finds. There's that one. Kick of the leaf litter. And you've got that. Whatever that is. Well, oh, it's flash. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something suspenderish. Because we've got these... Actually, let's do it this way. We've got the lugs on the top there on each side. So, yeah, it would have held and clipped something in around there or whatever. I don't quite know how it would have worked. But anyway, that's going to be my guess. Some sort of suspender-esque buckley part. Interesting find. I kicked the spring out of the way because it was annoying me because there was just a whole lot of signals. Like, here's what I've found. There is a lead washer off a roofing nail. No worries. I kicked the ground. Look at that. Oh, it's a big one. Now, there is... WP. Doesn't that look flash and almost like hallmarks? But they're not. So that would have been a... Well, whatever the base metal is, more than likely it was just silver plated. Gee, you know, that would have been big in its time. WP. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, we'll keep going. And then beside the spoon was that. Yeah, what's that manky piece of stuff? That is an old shoddy cartridge. One of the brass ones. There you go. Wouldn't have expected to find that here, but then I should have expected to find it here too, because, you know, they were here with the gold rush and so forth. We're in amongst it all. So there you go. Another interesting find. Well, am I on the spot or what? Just down there, oh, there it is. You know, we've got the spoon, we've got the shoddy casing, And I kept swinging. Harmonica reed. And just to top it off, oh, there's probably still more here. There's the keyhole escutcheon. What else is going to be lying here? I can't sort of stand up and take one swing without over everything. So I suppose we'll find out. Turn in that hole, cracking signal as you do. And put out that gem. I believe back in the Xterra days found this piece. Look at that. It actually says Brooklyn, New York, made in USA. I think it's a suspender buckle, some type thereof. Could be proven wrong, but we can probably look that up now. But yeah, cool little find. Well, I got one. It was an insistent, I think 44, 45. Yep, cool. Now, I thought it would have been an Australian Defence Force button, but it's not. It's one that looks like that, of which I can tell you, I've not got one of those. So yeah. Oh, actually that looks, oh no, don't worry about that, it's just my imagination. Interesting design. Don't know what it would be of, but yeah. A button. We got one. We've had suspender gear, and now we've got our button. Oh, all is right with the world. I'm hunting around on this pile that's been pushed up. There's all sorts of stuff in here, but I've dug. I see something. I've not touched it. Are we looking at a 2-cent piece? Are we looking at wild silver? There's only going to be one way to find out, isn't there? Yeah, not wild silver. Ah, I can tell you what it is though, and that's as cool as all get out. That is a 1941 Anzac Day badge. Well, I'm happy with that. If you can't find a rising sun, you can find an Anzac badge, that's all right. That is very cool. Magnificent. Well, there we are at the end of the day. Was it a successful hunt? Well, hey, don't know. We just had a jobby failure. There's nothing worse than when your jobby fails. So, was it a successful day? I will say so. We played in 3 different modes. I was in SIDS mode, so picking up all those low numbers. I went into gold mode and hit the mullock heaps where we got lead. Not a failure, no one else had got them. We just didn't walk over any gold, unfortunately. And then I went into my trash zone, or mode I should say, but I did go into the trash mode. And yeah, we pulled out some interesting things. It was a very US made day. G'day Rolf, g'day Kirk. We got the Schrader nut, we got the gem, I think suspender buckle. What else did we get? And we ended the top. We didn't get a coin, we did get a button, we did get a buckle. And we ended with that magnificent 1941 Anzac Day pin badge. Good find in anyone's language. So quite happy with that. Tried out a few new things as well. So yeah, all in all, quite a successful day, I reckon. It's not always coins and gold and glory. They're just the little interesting bits and pieces found where you wouldn't expect to find them. And yeah, that really makes the day. Thanks for coming along on the journey. Hope you enjoyed it. We drop one of these every Saturday night at 6:30 our time. Why don't you come along, subscribe, help the channel grow, like, comment, all the usual things. But keep in mind, it's always good to fill in some of your day detecting, but remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. I'll catch you next time.